Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're all in keeping safe. I hope that you all had an amazing day. Well, I know not too many people is gonna watch it today, but I hope that you had a blessed day whenever you're watching this. Okay, so before we basically gonna start off this one, what happened over the course of today? So I am currently within this actual trade over here, and I'm gonna show you basically where's my entry, my stop loss, and my take profit, and why I basically took this trade. Okay, so let's get into it. Well, in fact, yesterday I also wanted to make one. But I came home a little bit late and we had our favorite uncle visiting us over here, Uncle Eskom. So, yeah, you know, after that, when the power was back on, then we had our online session. So, yeah, it was quite hectic. But, let's get into the breakdown. So I'm gonna start off from my actual daily time frame. Let's see what's happening on a daily time frame. So we all do know that we did have this actual area. Hey, excuse me, like for some odd reason, my trading view is just glitching. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, as we can see that we are, we did tap inside this strong area over here, which served as a previous area of support, previous area of resistance. We broke above, we came back for a potential, well, we came back for the retest, serve as an actual area of resistance, well, support for a potential move back towards the upside, right? But as you can see with these formations over here, with these formations, even if I'm gonna have to do this, right, on our daily time frame, we can basically say that we are somewhat range bound inside this area, right? We are some sort of range bound over here, respecting our actual you know support, resistance, so yeah, this is a nice area to play around in. Okay, now basically with the closure of yesterday's candle, right, this nice bear candle, this candle basically gave me an indication that we can potentially have a further dip back towards the downside, right? Now if I basically want a move towards the downside, I have to go on my lower time frame and basically see, what is my lower time frame telling me. Is my lower time frame telling me that I can basically take this selling opportunity, right? Now this is where I went on my actual 4 hourly time frame, and I basically looked at this formation which we have over here. So I basically saw that, okay, cool, this could be a potential left shoulder, this could potentially be a head, and this could potentially be the right shoulder for potential move back towards the downside, right? Having our equal lows over there. So, many people can consider this as an actual range market as well, respecting our actual area of resistance and our area of support. But me personally, I looked at this as an HNS formation, right, for potential dip back towards the downside. Now this is literally where I went to my lower time frame. This candle wasn't here, this candle over here, this one wasn't there. Okay, that one was not there. So I looked at it as a potential HNS formation for a potential dip back towards the downside. Now this is literally where I went on my lower time frame, my 1 hourly time frame, basically saying what is happening over here, right? What is happening over here? Can we have a potential further continuation towards the upside before we're gonna have that dip? Because as I made mention previously, Nasdaq 1530 love to come capture areas which it haven't captured just of yet, and then go the actual direction where price should go, I want to say. So this is literally where I was like, okay, cool, is here anything telling me on my actual 1 hourly time frame, above price, telling me that I can now basically find myself shorting from this area? I was like, no, there is still nothing telling me, there's still nothing telling me. Now this is 2 o'clock, and then the next one would be 3 o'clock, right? So this is literally where I went on my 30-minute time frame, asking myself on my 30-minute time frame, do we have anything telling us, if I'm just going to remove this, is there anything telling us, that we can potentially move towards the downside? So I was on my 30-minute and I was like, okay, cool, I see that we do have this nice actual turning point over here. Once we broke below, we haven't came back for the retest, and now we are currently coming back for the retest, right? We are now currently coming back for the retest. And this is where I went on my lower time frame just to make sure if there's nothing on top for a potential move back towards the downside, right? 15-minute, I can't see anything. I can't see anything on my 15-minute. 5-minute, I saw this, right? On my 5-minute, what I saw, we had a nice turning point. Once we broke below this actual area over here, I don't know why my actual trading view is glitching. You know, once we broke below this actual area, we haven't came back for proper retest, right? So I would rather want to wait for price to tap inside this area for a potential dip back towards the downside, right? Because I know that 1530 is super volatile. So once price is basically going to tap inside this area, this is where I'm going to find myself shorting on Nasdaq, right? I gave myself some 60 pip actual 60 pip risk on this trade. If I can just have the exact coordinates, let me get out the exact coordinates which I have over here. Okay, I want to give you all the exact one. 14255.6. that was my entry. My stop loss was, well, is 14306.3. Boom. Now, cool. I have identified where I basically want my actual, you know, where I want my entry. Now, the question would literally be, where do I want to take price into? Where can I take price into? Right? Now, this is literally where I saw that, okay, cool. Since we had this nice actual double bottom formation over here, as you can see over there, since we had this nice double bottom formation over there, can you see? Once we basically broke above our actual neckline over there, we haven't came back for a retest, right? We haven't came back for a retest. We had a nice double bottom formation. Once we broke above, we haven't came back for the retest. So this area could serve as a potential area where I can find myself shorting into, right? And this is literally, if I can get out my take profit area as well, my take profit is 13,950. Right over there, boom, that's my take profit area, right? Take profit area. So cool. If price is basically gonna tap inside this area, I'm gonna find myself short based off this 5-minute area which we had over there. We broke below, haven't came back for the retest. So, you know, can we basically find ourselves retesting this area for a potential dip back towards the downside, right? Boom. This is 1530 came. Can you see? We literally went inside this actual area over there, and then we had a nice dip back towards the downside. Now, this is literally where I found myself having a nice actual trend line drawn out from my actual, you know, my turning points over here. First touch, second touch over there. Then I was like copy and clone it. See if we do have respects on the high. Do we have respects on the high? And I can see that, you know, we do have respects over here. First touch, second touch, right? So if we can basically break below this area, you know, this would literally give me extra, how can I say, confidence on holding my trade, you know, to my actual take profit area. Okay, to my take profit area. And, you know, literally price is currently rallying, you know, below this actual area. So this is literally giving me that actual, you know, confidence on holding my trade back inside this area. Can we potentially have a nice retest for a continuation move back towards the downside? So if we can have a nice actual pullback, move towards the downside, basically creating a nice actual, as you can see over here, a high, basically creating this actual lower high, then I will move my actual stops into profits and basically just wait out the trade. Keep in mind, you know, I'm not gonna find myself moving my actual stop loss because I am in profit, right? I'm not going to do that. This whole trade was calculated. I'm willing to lose that amount, you know, which I basically calculated inside this area to gain all these actual profits over there as well, you know. So even if price is gonna take itself all the way up and basically take me out over there, that's perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. You know, losing is all part of the game. losing is all part of the game. Okay, it's literally all part of the game. And if you don't know how to basically calculate your trades whatsoever, I did make a lovely video, covering entries and exits, how to basically calculate your trade. And if you don't have an actual broker, IFX would be your broker. I do have a link in my actual description, so you can find yourself signing up over there and basically trade off this broker and basically know how to calculate your trades as well. So I hope that you all have a clean understanding of basically how I went about my actual trade. So in the near future, if you're gonna see something like this, you know how to be reactive, and that's the key word: reactive, 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 right? Consistency, and basically being reactive on the actual markets. Okay, so that's it from my side. I hope that you're gonna have an amazing day further on. It's me, your boy D, take over Forex Institute. Let's go. I'm out.